What is going on, family? My beautiful conscious family, my beautiful YouTube family. Soulful Brody back at it again. I'm so stoked. I am so stoked to be back on here making videos for y'all. I love it. I love it. Hope you guys saw my last video as to why I took a little bit of a break from this whole YouTube thing. But like I said, I'm stoked to get back on here. Today, I want to talk about finding who we truly are as humans, as who we truly are as individuals, and who our ancestors were and who we forgot we were. Sounds a lot thrown out at you. But I've been doing a lot of research into a lot of Native American philosophies and things, actually, even in the US and like New Mexico. A lot of these places are still around. A lot of these native tribes, so to speak, and how they live in nature. And I read this great quote, or I'm reading a book on it actually, but a great quote of how we lost touch of who we are as humans. He says, this Chibi says, there was once a day where we were far superior than where we are now, where we could communicate with plants, communicate with trees, communicate with animals, communicate even the rain, even the stars. Sounds crazy, right? Sounds crazy. But that didn't sound crazy to me because I've been already looking up in these ayahuasca camps, so to speak, some in Peru, where there are people who have communicated with plants and has developed powers of their own from these plants to do many healing properties. So I know it's within us. Like that right there checks out. I'm connecting the dots. And basically we're much far superior where we are now. And the average person, the average male-minded person, would say, how? We're the most superior than we ever been now. Look at the technology. Look at the cars. We have freaking microwaves. We got TVs. Look at all this modern technology that has made our lives easier. And they'll say, we'll play the devil's advocate here. They'll be like, how were we even remotely, quote unquote, successful or advanced back then when we don't have these things, these modern technologies? Well, you have to stop thinking out. You have to stop thinking in the box and think outside the box for a second. What if these cultures, even back to like the Egyptians and these cultures in Peru, these advanced civilizations, these ancient civilizations, how were they so successful if they could talk to like flowers, gods, plants, animals, stars? How can they communicate with these things? And you call them not successful, and they can communicate with these things without modern technology. Well, they developed something even more important than that, which is inner technology, because they understood that the universe is on a quantum level, meaning it is so small that every little thing is the universe itself. You are the universe yourself. You are. And to understand what the universe really is, all you have to do is look within inside of you, through meditation, through breathing, through listening. I mentioned in my other videos the George Harrison quote of the inner light. Without looking out of my window, without taking foot outside, I can know all the secrets to heaven. I can know all there is to know. And that's so true, because everything you need to know is within yourself. That's the universe right now. And these ancient cultures, these Egyptians, it's so interesting to try to unravel all the puzzle pieces of the world. And like, how were these pyramids built? They don't have any modern technology. How do they make these perfectly geometrical pyramids that fall perfectly on the Fibonacci spiral, like inch for inch? How did they do this without modern technology? What were they, just hauling bricks perfectly and they got lucky? No. They're way more far superior than whatever happened. But like I was saying, this Native American story then said, somewhere along the way, we lost touch with this. Now, this could be many theories on this. This could mean, I don't know what would cause us to lose touch with this side of ourselves, this inner peace, this inner spiritual side. And there are many theories and things that I've learned. Like, I don't know if this maybe go back too far, but I mentioned in my one video how Martians came from Mars and took over, and they were just male dominant people and wiped all of us out. Or if it was something else, maybe it was like the comet, or it was the ice age, it was the poles shifting, stuff like that. Like, for one, I don't know, but I do know that we were once these people, because it's based, it's through archaeology, it's through these civilizations that we don't pay enough attention to. So I know it's real. And he said, out of this devastation, this change will bring people who think of success as things, rather than trying to find the world through things and materials, and it becomes a war. You start embracing the universe. You start, instead of embracing the universe, and instead of embracing the natural world, the nature, we become afraid of it and we fight it. And I'm just thinking, like, that's what we're doing now. We are so scared of nature to get in tune with our natural self. We are so scared of our true self that we have to either distract ourselves with things, with videos, with virtual things, or we just don't accept it. And it's funny how lost we became from our true selves through our true ancestor selves. Like, our ancestors were spiritual beings, like just as we are now. They just have a different way of mindset because they grew up in a different time on a higher vibration. So what I want to do is I want to raise this vibration where we can understand these things, like a simple way of living, instead of fighting the natural world, instead of fighting the universe, instead of fighting nature. We become at peace with it because we are it, and we are all one. We are all one, my guy. Yeah. It's funny how lost touch we became with our true selves. Even minuscule things that you wouldn't even think of, like video games. Like, I play video games every once in a while. I'm on 2K. Hit me up on 2K. You'll get this work. But for sure, other than 2K, man, I don't really play video games, and it's weird because, like, the virtual, you're playing with a virtual thing that's not real. Like, we have to get so far away, we have to distract ourselves from the natural thing, the natural world, that we have to create virtual things, a virtual reality that's not even real. And it's getting to that point where we prefer that, we'd rather become that virtual world than this actual one. Like, what's up with the idea of robots and artificial intelligence is just stupid. And all of these technologies, like the 5G and shit, it's all for convenience sake, when we don't know that it's actually detrimental to us. We are moving in the wrong direction with all of these advances. Like, yeah, we couldn't have all these materialistic things, we couldn't have these cool cars, we couldn't have whatever, but, like, do we really need it? Like, do we really need it? That's for you to decide. Maybe you do need it, but, like, I'm one who appreciates the simplicity of everything. Like, I would rather give up all of this bullshit, all of these materialistic things, all of these conveniences, all of this technology for peace. If we're sprouting all this technology, it breeds greed, it breeds ego, it breeds hunger for more. And at what point is too much? Because when you do that, all it brings is hate and war. And that's where we are now. That's why we need to wake up on the planet. That's why a lot of people have lost touch with who they truly are. And that's why I encourage all of you to go within, look at your soul deep down, and look who you are as a human, as a spirit, not even as a human, as a spiritual soul having a human experience. That's what it is. And I think with this quarantine and all of this bullshit going on in the world, a lot of people are waking up to it. A lot of people are seeing the true bigger picture of life. Like John Lennon even said, I know I'm hitting you guys with the Beatles, I love the Beatles, but John Lennon said his parents told him the most important thing in life is to be happy. And when he was a kid, they asked him, what do you want to do with your life? He wrote down, I want to be happy. And they said, you're not getting it. Well, he said, you don't get life. And that's a little cheesy. That's a little cheesy quote, but like that's so true, man. Like, what do you want to do? I want to raise my consciousness. I want to be happy. I want to become my highest self. I want to become enlightened. That's what it's about. If you wanna, what do you want to do in life? Well, I wanna get the coolest car. I want to get the biggest house. Whatever. That's cool for you, but notice when times really start to change, those will be the ones that are left behind. Because they don't know what it truly means to love yourself and know your true self. But anyway, guys, not too much of a ramble today. I hope not. More videos to come. I'm so stoked to talk to you guys again. I need this. Check out my other videos. There's a lot there for everybody. I think I hit a lot of subjects early on where I still like those videos, and I still think I'm saying the right thing. So if you need any, I encourage you guys to check out my other videos if you need any sort of guidance in that matter. It's not just spiritual. It's uncovering the truth of the matrix. It's inspirational too. So I appreciate any support, comments you guys give me. I love you guys. Soulful Brody, once again, signing out. Peace.